All right, guys, thank you for logging in. We've been having a lot of meetings the last couple of weeks since the coronavirus has canceled the high school and rec seasons, and we know it's a challenging time for you and your families. We hope you're all staying healthy and safe, and our Sweetlax leadership team's been talking a lot about how we can best serve you and help prepare you for the summer. And a big part of that in our discussions and conversations amongst ourselves and with some other college coaches have been to work with you on some video analysis from our teams from the fall. Coach Martin, Coach Gillies, and Coach Costanza and I, we've been talking a lot, and this weekend we exchanged a lot of conversations with Jerry Byrne at Harvard, who's doing a really nice job with his program, using Zoom as a way to do some video analysis and coaching. So we're going to try to keep this session to 30 minutes. I'm going to talk for about 20 minutes, and we'll review 6 key clips from our fall season with our 2021 team. And then we'll leave some time for a little question and answer. So at any time during this presentation, if you have a question about something, you should see a Q&A option on your screen right now. Towards the bottom part of your screen. Feel free to type in a question for me. I'll take a look at them at the end of the presentation, and then we'll answer a couple of the questions. And then next weekend we're going to have another one of these. We're really excited. Sometimes you're faced with challenges, and it forces you to think a little bit and develop a little ingenuity on how you can do things better. And we're really thrilled with all the things that we've learned as a staff about creative ways we can watch a video with you and hold team meetings and communicate remotely. So I think this is going to end up being a hidden blessing for Sweetlax in the long run. And we can't wait to get back out on the field with you, but for now we're looking forward to watching a bunch of videos. So I'm going to get right into it with some videos from our Sweetlax 21 team. A lot of you guys that follow our 21 team know it's one of the top teams in the country. These clips are going to be fun to watch. Some are going to be things that we're doing well. Some are going to be things that we're not doing well, that we can work on and improve on. And sometimes we have success, maybe not doing the right thing, and I'll point out how we can do it better. So for all of you young guys that are listening and logged in right now, you're going to be watching a team that is currently in their junior year of high school. Hopefully one day you're dreaming about playing for Sweetlax in front of, you'll see as we watch these clips, there's these sidelines loaded with college coaches, and a lot of these guys in some of these clips earn their college commitments literally right in front of your eyes on these next few clips. We want you young guys dreaming big. We know that we might have some 4th and 5th graders on the call right now. We want to make sure that you guys, dream big and dream about ultimately becoming the caliber of players that you're going to see in these next couple clips. So I'm going to just get things started right off of the bat with a nice offensive possession from our first game at the North American Lacrosse Invite this fall. Really, really important day of recruiting for our teams. Let me rewind here to the start of this clip. Okay, I'm going to preface this by saying that we always want to be teaching a team offense philosophy of dodge, pass, pass, redodge. And where you're going to see right here is Ryan Cohen, who's a junior committed to go play at the University of Michigan. He's going to start the offense from X, from the low wing, and he carries a triple team initially. You'll see as this play develops, Ryan starts to dodge up the alley. I'm gonna pause it right here. Right now, Ryan's dodging. He's got 2 guys. In a minute, he's going to have 3. And we want to bang the ball right away up top. There's Joey Tarboletti, number 87. Want to bang the ball to him and make one more pass and re-attack on the weak side of the field immediately. Ryan ultimately gives the ball up, but we'd prefer that he gives it up a little bit quicker. Like right now, he's bouncing a triple team right now. He's going to bounce and move that to Joey Tarboletti right away. Hopefully you guys are all seeing that okay right now. All right, And right now, use the little drawing tool here. And we've got a triple team right here, okay? Hopefully you guys all see that, all right? We got a triple team right there. He's just got to bounce and bang it to Joey right away. Ryan bounces, rolls back, and he's kind of got like 1.5 guys right now. You see there's one guy on him, Joey's man's recovered to him, and the man that was originally sliding to help is recovered back to the inside. So we end up taking advantage of this and scoring here, but if Ryan bangs the ball right away, it's even more of a jailbreak on the backside of the field offensively. So again, we're playing club lacrosse. You guys need to showcase yourself in front of college coaches, but we want to see you dodging, pass, redodge. You draw a slide, move the ball right away. The term we use at Sweetlax for that is to burn it. Dodge, draw, slide, and burn it. Key to this, Joey Tarboletti doesn't hesitate. He passes it right away to Griffin Walker, okay? If he hangs on to that and thinks, am I going to dodge number 5, the short stick right here, and get selfish, this goal doesn't happen. Now, Griffin's got it, and 15, the man's coming out to play him. He's got a little bit of a difficult approach going off ball to on ball, and that's big trouble if you're trying to defend Griffin Walker, super fast player. Joey Tarboletti right here does an incredible job of recognizing that Griffin's dodging to the middle of the field, and it's a little bit late, but you can see Joey realizes Griffin wants to dodge to his right to the middle of the field, and Joey starts to clear through right there. Okay, that's a little thing. This goal doesn't happen if Joey doesn't do that, because his man's going to be a free double team if Joey doesn't get under Griffin there. Joey gets under, Griffin's able to almost use him as a little brush pick, and we're off to the races against the Juice Cherries there. Okay, that's the first clip. Again, we want you to be thinking dodge, pass, redodge. Your teammate's driving hard at you, get through for him and give him space to dodge. Okay, next clip, we've got it cleared. I wanted to go over this clip for a couple of reasons. One, it shows, I think, the level of skill and talent that we have in our goaltending groups here with Sweetlax Florida. We've got 2 really talented keepers on our 2021 team, and we don't mind them being aggressive, throwing the ball downfield, even if it's to a pole. You're going to see right now Zach Antonow, one of the top 2021 defensemen in Florida, being recruited by a lot of Division I schools right now. He doesn't hesitate to break up field and create transition offense, and our goalies aren't hesitating to get him the ball. I mean, the goalie had a little three-yard window to drop that in to Zach. You see that the attackman was right on him. He's not hesitating, full confidence in his skills and abilities and in Zach's. And now Zach's running it out and creating transition offense. Okay, I'm going to freeze it right here. Zach runs it up. Ryan Cohen's defenseman needs to hedge to him and show to him a little bit. Ryan does an incredible job right now of seeing an angle and attacking it. You know, I think one of the most important things, hopefully you young players take away from these clips right now. Play that, and I'll pause it in the spot I want to. I'm gonna draw some angles on top of this film right now. Okay, as Ryan catches it, he immediately starts to attack the front side of the crease and get under his man. I think one of the most important things you young players can learn from this film right now is everything comes down to which team gets to the middle of the field. You know, defending and attacking the angles of the goal. One of the most interesting things I heard last year is Dave Petramala from Johns Hopkins was talking. Just getting interviewed by Paul Carcaterra on ESPN before the game, and Carg was like, "So what do you think? What's going to happen in this game?" And Dave Petramala said, "The team that gets to the middle of the field is going to win the game." And it was such a simple comment that he made, but it makes a ton of sense. And I think one of the most important things we want to try to do here at Sweetlax is get our offensive and defensive players to understand the angles of the goal and how to better attack and defend them. So Ryan Cohen in this situation does an incredible job getting under his man. You see, he gets a little angle to get under him and get to the front side of the goal to score here. Okay. All right, so the first two clips have been pretty positive ones. They've ended in goals. This next one's going to be one where we're a little more critical of ourselves. We lose a face-off, and it's a fast break on the face-off. And pause it right here in just a moment. Okay, so we lose the face-off, and we stop the ball, which is fine. We've got to stop the ball, and we're in a pretty good recovery right here. You see, it says Reef Cablin right here. Defenseman from Jupiter High School, also being recruited by a lot of top Division I schools and high-end academic Division III schools right now. And he picks up the ball, and you can see how he picks the ball up at a spot right where the face-off midi is a threat to score. If he takes another step or two, good face-off midfielder is going to be able to score from 8 yards with, straight in front of the goal. And we're rotating well. Jacob Webb, one of the top defensemen in the country, is a huge addition to our 2021 team last year. He's committed to the University of Albany. He's splitting two and doing a pretty good job splitting two. Because Reef picked this face-off midfielder up at pretty much the perfect spot and has his stick to the inside here. See how Reef right here, I'm going to draw this. See Reef's stick right here? He forced the pass. He immediately has the stick in the passing lane and is getting down the backside. Okay. It's impossible for the point attackman to skip the ball through to the bottom left attackman right now. Okay. It's being played perfectly. And the problem that we have right here is Jacob Webb makes his approach to this bottom right attackman. He makes it a little too flat and low and kind of goes more to this area. You're going to see when I start the video what I'm talking about. When we make approaches off ball to on ball on defense, we always want to make the approach upfield, okay? So you're taking away the attackman's ability to catch and turn the corner and shoot. So as this plays out, you see right now, we don't do a great job of that. I'm going to rewind it for a second. Right now, hopefully all you young defensemen are seeing this. Again, not trying to point out a net. Jacob Webb's one of the best defensemen in the country. He makes this approach way too low. So this attackman can start to make a move to get top side here. Where Jacob should have made that approach to, he should have left-footed him more, okay, and made that approach so that this bottom right attackman can't catch, turn, and shoot right-handed. We like to call that left-footing our man because on this side of the field, see Jacob's left leg right here? If his left leg is upfield of that right leg of that attackman can't turn the corner, okay? So we end up getting a holding penalty here. And now this isn't a game against the Annapolis Hawks, one of the top teams in the country. So we went down big early in this game, and we're fortunately able to rally back. You can see in this, I'm going to talk with the offensive players right now about reading slides better. And it's going to start with honestly an example where the player on the Annapolis Hawks could have read a slide better, and then fortunately we create a turnover and we score a goal on the back end where we could have read a slide better. So you always want to have your eyes up when you're dodging and moving the ball up the field and seeing where's in transition, who's the man that picked me up and where did he come from? I probably want to throw the ball in that direction. And if it's settled defense, you want to be thinking about where's the slide coming from. As soon as you see it, maybe glance to see if there's a second slide. And if there isn't, then you might be able to feed inside. If there is, just move the ball immediately. You're going to see right now, we had a little confusion on defense. And we had two guys stop the ball right here. One guy stopping the ball, Barrett White's hedging to just make sure he can take away the middle of the field. What this midfielder from the Annapolis Hawks should have done if he has his head up, he should have banged it right here to number 5. And then Jacob Webb would need to rotate up to stop him. Jacob Webb's man is a little off the screen right here, would sneak up from X and be dunking it right on top of our goalie. Okay. You can see here, you can see it a little more clearly right now. I'll draw that again to emphasize it. As the clip moves on here. So you can just see how this was just a little simple clearing matchup problem on our end that led to what could have been a really dicey situation. Right now, if a step earlier he banged the ball right here, Jacob Webb has to pick this man up, and the attackman at X is coming around, and he's got a really easy dunk right on top of our goalie. Fortunately, he goes all in on our dodge, and we put him on the ground and put the ball on the ground, and you'll see we're off to the races now on the other end. So right now you're going to see Barrett White. I'm pausing it for a second. Barrett White's midfielder on our 2021 team from Delray Beach. He's committed to Syracuse. You see Garrett's running a 4-on-3 fast break, and it's set up as a lefty break because we have 2 lefty attackmen on our 2021 team. So you see the following right here. We've got one attackman here, one attackman here. They're both lefties, and then we got one attackman right here. Okay. What Barrett's got to do is read whose man picked me up, and then I'm throwing to that man. Okay. You're going to see as this play develops, Griffin Walker's man picks up Barrett. And Barrett throws it down to William Upchurch, and we score a goal, but it's a lower percentage pass, right? Right now, we throw down to William Upchurch. It's a 2-on-2 on this side of the field. We want to throw into the 2-on-1. So this is simple math that we always talk about when we're doing our 4-on-3 drills. You know, right here, when you look at the attackmen that are circled, it's a 2-on-2. Upchurch's man is still over there on him. And I think this is Ryan Cohen over here. His man's still on him. The person who picked up the ball whose man picked up the ball is Griffin Walker right here. Okay. Upchurch handles, gets under the front side of the cage and finishes. But the much more higher percentage kind of look would have been we throw it right here to Griffin Walker, and he's got a lot more room and time and angle to score at. So one that we scored on, but that had the chance to make a coaching point on as well. Again, guys, everything we're talking about right now is angles of the goal. Really important for you to understand the angles of the goal and how to attack and defend them. Okay. We see right here, we've got a super athletic defensive midfielder committed to Holy Cross, played with our Krakens team this summer. He's matched up on the ball right now. Alex Hackman right here. He's matched up on the ball. And all we want our defensive midfielders to do right here is left foot and force their guys down the alley. Alec is so athletic and is almost like a little too anxious to try to impress all these college coaches that are right here on the sideline. That he overplayed his man a bit on this possession, and he tries to defend both sides of the shoulder of the man he's defending. So you see Alex, he probably doesn't left foot him enough and gives his man the middle of the field a little bit. Then he goes over the head on him. Now he's got him going back down the side of the field and continues to play him. You guys, hopefully you're watching this right here, right? Yeah. I mean, it's almost remarkable how athletic Alec is, that he's able to recover almost like 3 times from overplaying the guy. Now the kid that he's got is starting to move down the side of the field. Alec's recovered from maybe his man being a threat to get to the middle of the field. We want all of our D middies and defensemen, we want you to understand that if your man's moving in this direction, he's moving down the sideline towards the backside of the goal, always stay in a trail position of him so that he can't roll back to the middle of the field. He can't score from behind the goal. And you don't need to defend the entire field. You just need to defend certain angles of the field, okay? And you'll see Alex then tries to defend another angle of the field, and the kid jams on the break, rolls back, and he scores on a little rollback shot. So, yeah, Alex, one of the top D middies in the country, and creates a ton of transition offense for him too. He's not just a D middie; he's a great 2A middie. But that's something that that even he needs to work on. So if he needs to work on that as a 2021 committed to Division I school, then you young middies, you need to make sure that you're trying to pay attention and learning from this film, because it's going to be something that you guys struggle with as well. So the last clip of the presentation here, we were losing 4-1 at one point against the Annapolis Hawks, and we rallied back to beat them. I think the final score was 7-6. And this next clip was, I think, just a combination of skill and moving the ball quickly up the field in the clearing game. But you're going to see Joey Tarboletti, a midfielder from Ponte Vedra, Florida, that's committed to the University of Denver. You're going to see him make like what was really the play of the game. And there's just a lot of things I'm going to emphasize from that. So we move the ball up the field quickly, pass, we're up. And now he was just in a 4-on-4, two steps in front of number 23, who's trying to pick him up in the open field with a long stick midi closing in on him. And Joey just outhorses him, gets by him, and turns a 4-on-4 into a 4-on-3 where the defense doesn't slide. And that was an absolutely critical goal in terms of the momentum of that game and the way that game played out. You'll also see, right here along the sidelines, you see, I mean, there's virtually, this whole sideline was absolutely full of Division I coaches. Joey was a midfielder that only got 1 or 2 calls on September 1st when college coaches were able to recruit him. And then they watched him in this fall, and specifically this weekend, and he put himself on the map really, really quickly. Bill Tierney is right here watching us, right? That's Bill Tierney right there, fellas. And I could see him watching our entire game. And I wasn't surprised when he reached out to Joey Tarboletti the next week. Bill Tierney is one of the top college lacrosse coaches of all time, guys. He's won several national championships at Princeton, and now he's at Denver. He reached out to Joey the next week, and Joey was out on a flight out to Denver. And Joey had to really outwork everybody from the time the summer ended till the time the fall started. Joey's probably the hardest working player in the entire country at that period of time. And the fitness and athleticism that he's showing right now and making this play is not just because he's skilled, it's because he's in incredibly good shape. Okay, and I think my closing comments right now to all of you are going to be like, right now, we know you're in a difficult situation. We know you're challenged with not being able to practice and play with your teammates. And we want you to stay healthy and stay safe, but don't stop working hard. And you make the biggest improvements we saw this fall from our team were players that got bigger and stronger and faster. You younger guys, some of your improvements might come from your skill work and from improving your left hand. As you get older, though, the thing that separates good from great is who's a little bit bigger and stronger and faster, which is why I really wanted to use that last clip as a way to emphasize what a great job Joey did in going from not getting the looks he wanted to coming out of the summer to going and playing for one of the top teams in the country. It was all due to just his like a personal conscious commitment to saying, I'm going to get bigger and stronger and faster. And his fitness level was off the charts all fall. And he just made plays in between the lines because he was in better shape than everybody else. And that last play that jump started our rally to beat the Annapolis Hawks is a perfect example of that. So it doesn't look like I've got much in the Q&A here, guys. But moving forward, as we all get more comfortable with these types of film study sessions, we encourage players throughout the course of the presentation to ask questions if there's something that you don't understand, and then I'll answer them as we move through the presentation at the end of the presentation. So if you have friends that weren't able to make this, we're going to auto archive it, and we'll be able to email it out to everyone, and we're going to set another one up for next week. And we're excited about the opportunity to just help coach you and improve your lacrosse IQ and continue to work with you remotely. Can't wait to get to work with you together out on the field. In the meantime, keep working hard to do what you can in your backyard, staying in the best shape that you can be in, and we'll work with you as soon as we can. You guys, hope your families are all healthy and safe, and we'll let you know when our next webinar is. Sometime next week we're going to set up another one. So thanks, and stay healthy, stay safe, guys.